Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy arranges Halloween mischief and firings. Early spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy Forrester loses her temper between October 28th and November 1st. She is also planning some potential terminations. Steffy was taken by surprise by Carter Walton. To pitch a new jewelry line, he brought in Ivy and Electra Forrester. The pitch, then, steamrolled Steffy. Additionally, she announced Carter as the COO for now. Thus, this suggests that the company may undergo adjustments. Will Spencer is encountered by Electra on Bold and the Beautiful. He can't wait to meet her. Will even placed a ring that had fallen upon her finger. The good news is that her contract status raises the possibility that FC will carry the jewelry line. Early spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy Forrester plans to set fire Walton, Carter. The brave and the lovely. According to early previews, Steffy's ire at the jewelry line pitch has nothing to do with the designs. She thinks highly of Ivy's work. She is also aware that Ivy gained knowledge from Quinn Fuller, her tutor. Carter's idea of a house of Forrester is the problem. Additionally, it involves a change in the company's priorities. Hope Logan was amazed by Carter's drive. Additionally, it gives the business choice a personal touch. Steffy's demeanor on Bold and the Beautiful has angered Ivy. She therefore brought it to Eric Forrester. Additionally, she implied that Steffy is allowing personal grievances to impede the company's progress. Steffy bemoaned his best buddy Carter to Ridge Forrester. B&B, Eric Forrester might keep Ivy and Electra at FC and Sheila Carter's Halloween wildness. According to next week's B&B spoilers, Eric might let Ivy and Electra work for Forrester Creations. Following the death of his brother, he wishes to maintain family ties. Steffy might try to get Carter fired. However, that would be difficult given his strong relationships with Ridge and Eric. Electra will undoubtedly impress in turn who will want her to stay. Taylor Hayes, Krista Allen, who also appears on Bold and the Beautiful, is likely to back Steffy. She will so inquire about Carter's intentions. Hope, Carter, and Eric will probably be supported by Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Ridge will find himself embroiled in the drama. What is Carter up to when he invites Ivy back? Ivy was lured back by Carter to divert Liam's attention in Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton extends an invitation to Ivy Forrester to return to Los Angeles in the Bold and the Beautiful. Does it have to do with her jewelry line? Or might it be to ward off Liam Spencer? Additionally, Carter's focus on hope for the future is not understood by Steffy and Ridge Forrester on Bold and the Beautiful. Additionally, a devoted customer chooses to forego the subsequent collection. Carter, however, continues to back Hope Logan. Brooke Logan tells Deacon Sharp about herself. She also informs him that she believes Carter is acting wisely. Carter uses the return of Ivy and Electra to divert Liam's attention. Ivy Forrester and her niece Electra Forrester arrive in Los Angeles. Is Carter preparing to involve them? Might they save the faltering line? Or does Carter think Ivy's presence will divert Liam's attention from Hope? Carter's fixation on Hope is similar to Thomas Forrester's previous behavior. While they were in Rome, he expressed his emotions for her. Furthermore, Hope and Liam remained wed. Additionally, Carter had a relationship with her aunt, Katie Logan. Before Liam can persuade Hope to attempt to restore their marriage, Carter wants her. B&B spoilers, will Forrester Creations descend into chaos as a result of Carter's obsession with Hope? Is Carter really the kind person he seems to be? Or has he chosen to play dirty in an attempt to earn Hope's affection because he is sick of coming in last? Will he succeed in his plot to get Ivy back to Los Angeles? Or will it cause Forrester Creations to descend into even more chaos? Forrester Creations Ivy. Ivy brought an agenda to Steffy's workplace back in Los Angeles. She and Electra were invited by Carter to present their jewelry collection, and he made it look like a good fit. Admire B&B, Days, General Hospital, or other soap operas? Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right now, click this link. But Steffy wasn't so sure. Carter believes that Steffy is biased against Hope in order to influence business choices. Carter is certain that Steffy's response to Ivy is also rooted in their past disagreements, as Ivy and Steffy have a personal history together. Ivy approaches Eric on Thursday and informs him that Steffy's unspoken grudges are endangering Forrester Creations' prosperity. Carter wondered if Eric would be coming back to run Forrester at the most recent Hope for the Future meeting. Puzzled as to why Carter would inquire at that precise moment, Ridge asserted with assurance that he and Steffy were and would remain in charge of the business. Will Eric think about taking over the Forrester helm again after speaking with Ivy? Steffy can no longer put up with Carter's shenanigans. She doesn't know when it happened, but Carter is acting so disrespectfully now that he's acting so out of character. Although Steffy was aware that Hope had been pressuring Carter to rescue her line, she is now witnessing defiance, and it appears that Carter is doubting her ability to lead. Steffy informs her father that they appear to be having trouble with one of their most dependable workers. Regarding Carter, Steffy throws Ridge into a tornado of uncertainty and dissatisfaction on Thursday. Ridge was shocked that Steffy had given Hope for the Future more time to change its ways because he would have cut it long ago if he had his way. Will Ridge support Steffy, or does he concur with Carter and others that her personal grievances against Hope and Ivy are influencing her business decisions? Plans for the future. Carter wants Brooke's bedroom to have the same chances as HFTF. The Brooke's bedroom launch was a great success thanks in large part to Zen's efforts. For Zen, who is the line's primary designer, its success is crucial. Is Steffy also viewed by Zen as a hindrance to its success? RJ has been inspired by Zen, and Ridge and Steffy are grateful for it. Additionally, he has assured Will that he will assist him in becoming a successful intern. Carter and the Logans are drawing lines. Which side is Zen going to support? As Ivy works on Eric, Carter makes a pitch to Ridge and Steffy. Mirror. Hope and Carter kept talking about his plan to expand Forrester in the designer's workspace. In many ways, Carter believed it would be a game-changer. Carter's enthusiasm and love for anything was admirable, according to Hope. She expressed her belief in Carter. Hope and Carter griped about Steffy's rejection of Ivy and her constant desire to cut Hope's line. Hope bemoaned the fact that Steffy didn't share Carter's belief in Hope for the Future and claimed that Carter was concerned about the business as a whole. Hope and Carter concurred that Steffy made business decisions based on her emotions. Hope advised Carter to take advantage of Ridge's friendship. Carter should speak with his friend, convey his thoughts, and win him over, she advised. Carter acknowledged that he had previously presented his ideas to the Forresters but had been shot down. Ridge and Steffy were risk-averse, according to Hope. I feel like they're holding them back, Carter remarked. Hope reminded Carter that he had the authority to hold a meeting because he was the COO. You can talk to Ridge and Steffy. Hope exclaimed, I'm confident they'll see what I see, which is a leader with a clear vision for this company's future. Admire B&B, Days, General Hospital, or other soap operas? Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right now, click this link. Steffy informed Ridge in the CEO's office that she was doubting Carter's judgment. I had never seen Carter so adamant about clinging to a failing line, she said. According to Steffy, Hope for the Future buyers are dropping like flies and no longer have faith in us. Ivy visited and proposed redesigning the jewelry line to promote HFTF, Steffy informed Ridge. He did not bring Ivy with him? Startled, Ridge inquired. Steffy rejected the suggestion, saying she was caught off guard. Steffy clarified that they were giving the bedroom line their all, followed by Hope's struggling line and couture. Are we truly interested in spending more time and money on jewelry? Steffy inquired. Although Ridge was unsure, he was aware that it had previously been successful. Though they weren't sure if the danger was worth it, Ridge and Steffy enjoyed the notion of bringing Ivy back. Carter wouldn't agree, Ridge pointed out. Carter's actions, particularly his defense of Hope and her position, have already made me worry. It makes me question whether there isn't more going on, Steffy remarked. Ivy and Electra settled down for a visit at Eric's residence. Looking around, Electra observed that she felt as though she was in another planet. I didn't grow up like this, Electra remarked. Ivy clarified that Steffy didn't like the concept, but they had come to town in the hopes of reviving the jewelry line at Forrester. Ivy denied having communication with Quinn when Eric inquired about it. Quinn taught her everything, Ivy said, and she wanted to share her gift with Forrester. Eric expressed his approval of the concept and promised to discuss it with Steffy. Although Ivy was grateful for the offer, she was worried it would come to light as she talked over Steffi's head. As co-CEOs, Eric reassured her that Steffy and Ridge were competent, but he also respected Carter's judgment. Eric concluded they should listen if he believes it's a good enough idea to present it. Where were Electra and Ivy staying? Eric inquired. Eric demanded that they stay with him after learning that they were at a motel. This is your home as well as the home of the Forrester family, Eric remarked. With tears in her eyes, Electra grinned. Zend and Will talked in the salon. Will informed him of a female he had met who had expressed interest in working on a jewelry line for Forrester. Zend claimed that since they don't have such kind of line, he must have misheard. Although Zend didn't know her, Will claimed that her name was Electra. Zend took his design book and went after receiving a message from Steffy asking him to come to the CEO's office. Will stayed behind and smiled as he remembered meeting Electra. As lead designer, Zend walked upstairs and informed Ridge and Steffy that he believed HFTF was on the right track. The purchasers weren't making a commitment even though they acknowledged that he had created some of his best ideas. Ridge said, the line isn't where it needs to be. Although Zend acknowledged this, he reassured Ridge and Steffy that every effort was being made to improve the situation for HFTF. Their meeting was interrupted when Hope and Carter entered. Zend was informed by Steffy and Ridge that purchasers were beginning to pull out of HFTF and that they were uncertain if they would bounce back. This time, I don't think we have an option. Steffy clarified, we have to either reduce the financing or stop the line entirely. At the last meeting, you stated. Hope opened her mouth to speak, but Carter cut her off. Others raised their eyebrows as Carter continued, I hope, if you don't mind. Carter recommended that Ridge and Steffy lay aside their ongoing worries about HFTF and adopt a different perspective. Forrester's future will be bigger than we ever imagined if we think outside the box, Carter said. He turned to face Hope, who nodded encouragingly. Steffy remarked, you already know how I feel about the jewelry line reboot, no amount of grandstanding will change my opinion. Just to be clear, Ivy and the jewelry line is only one small step in the growth I'm envisioning, Carter stated, laughing at Steffy. Carter clarified that he had spent months researching and strategizing how to grow Forrester Creations through mergers and acquisitions. Carter explained his plan to acquire undervalued businesses and create a big conglomerate while Hope and Zend grinned. He recommended high-end products under the Forrester brand, including perfumes, leather goods, alcohol, and other fashion labels. Carter said, think on a larger scale to make Forrester bigger and better rather than thinking about cutting HFTF or saying no to Ivy. Today, we can accomplish it. Carter stated. Ridge observed with curiosity as Carter and Hope exchanged a smile. The return of Phoebe Forrester, Steffy's beloved twin sister, would undeniably be one of the most intense and heart-stopping moments in The Bold and the Beautiful universe. As fans recall, Phoebe was tragically killed in a car accident years ago, a devastating event that sent ripples of grief through the Forrester family and especially impacted Steffy. Bringing Phoebe back from the dead would not only provide endless storytelling opportunities but also reignite emotions, secrets, and family dynamics that have lain dormant. This storyline would be a quintessential soap opera resurrection, tapping into the show's deep-rooted tradition of dramatic twists, unexpected returns, and family ties that never truly fade away. Phoebe's return would create a whirlwind of complex emotions for Steffy. After years of living with the pain of her twin's absence, seeing Phoebe alive would bring about immense joy but also a sense of confusion and disbelief. For Steffy, who has grown and evolved over the years partly as a result of that tragedy, Phoebe's reappearance would inevitably force her to confront her past in ways she hasn't anticipated. She might begin to question her own identity and life choices, wondering how different her path might have been if Phoebe had never died. The two sisters were incredibly close, and their reunion would likely rekindle the bond they once shared, but with so much time having passed, would they still understand each other? Or would their differences in perspective on life and love lead to misunderstandings? This resurrection would also set the stage for inevitable tension within the Forrester family, particularly with Ridge and Taylor. Ridge would undoubtedly be thrilled and relieved to have his daughter back, but as with any soap resurrection, questions would linger. Where has Phoebe been? How has she survived for so long without reaching out? Has she been keeping secrets about her whereabouts, or has someone held her against her will? Ridge's protective nature may lead him to take drastic actions to protect Phoebe, and Taylor's reaction could be equally intense. The reunion could either heal old wounds or open up new ones, especially as Ridge and Taylor reflect on how their family has been shattered since Phoebe's supposed death. Phoebe's return could stir up conflicts in Steffy's current relationships, especially with her romantic interests and close family ties. Finn, Steffy's husband, might initially be welcoming to Phoebe, but as he sees the impact of her return on Steffy, he might begin to feel sidelined, like an outsider in the very life they built together. The re-emergence of such a profound connection could potentially test Steffy and Finn's marriage, as Finn might worry that Steffy is slipping back into her past rather than focusing on their future. There could also be a ripple effect in her co-parenting dynamic with Liam, as the lines between familial love and unresolved feelings start to blur. Liam, who once shared a history with Steffy, might find himself drawn into the whirlwind, whether out of support or a renewed curiosity. Phoebe's presence might force Liam to reconsider his own family connections and the importance of second chances, a sentiment he's familiar with, given his own tumultuous romantic history with Hope and Steffy. In a true soap twist, Phoebe's reappearance could also reveal secrets that certain characters might have worked tirelessly to keep buried. Imagine if Phoebe's survival involved a hidden identity, a mysterious benefactor, or perhaps even an antagonist from Forrester Creations' past, such as a rival designer or scorned former lover who kept her away to get back at Ridge or Taylor. This revelation would set off a chain of events that unearth skeletons from the Forrester closet, causing shockwaves that reach far beyond the family. Even characters like Eric, Brooke, and Hope, who were indirectly affected by Phoebe's death, would find themselves entangled in the consequences of her return. Eric, the family patriarch, might see this as a chance to unite the family, but Brooke could have reservations, especially if Phoebe's past is intertwined with Ridge's complex romantic history. Phoebe's arrival could also bring about a power struggle at Forrester Creations. After all, the Forrester legacy has always been an important aspect of the show, and adding another Forrester into the mix would amplify the drama. Steffy, as a prominent leader at Forrester, has fought hard to establish herself as a formidable businesswoman. But with Phoebe back, would Steffy be willing to share the spotlight? Or might there be an underlying rivalry, as Phoebe, perhaps unintentionally, threatens Steffy's role? Phoebe's potential interest in the family business could introduce new storylines, with siblings vying for control, influence, or even artistic direction. Additionally, Phoebe's return would undeniably affect Hope, stirring up unresolved emotions, questions, and, potentially, old rivalries. Hope and Steffy have shared a long-standing rivalry, and Phoebe's reappearance might only add fuel to the fire. Would Phoebe side with her twin, aligning herself against Hope, or could she act as a bridge, hoping to unite her family by finding common ground? Alternatively, Hope might feel overshadowed by Phoebe's presence, especially if she senses that her mother, Brooke, or even her husband, Liam, is drawn to the renewed energy Phoebe brings. A battle for attention and validation could arise between Hope and Steffy, reigniting a rivalry they both thought was long behind them. Finally, Phoebe's resurrection offers a blank slate, a chance for the writers to explore a character who is both familiar and mysterious. After so many years, Phoebe's experiences away from her family could have transformed her into someone entirely different. She may come back with new skills, a darker side, or even an agenda of her own. The writers might introduce a love interest for her who is a newcomer or even a past character with a complicated history. By crafting a storyline that weaves together family bonds, secrets, and love triangles, Phoebe's return would infuse the bold and the beautiful with the kind of explosive drama that has kept fans captivated for years. In short, the return of Phoebe Forrester would shake the bold and the beautiful to its core, reigniting old feuds, challenging relationships, and reuniting the Forrester family in a way that's both heartwarming and tumultuous.